Alright. So, meeting these. I got them from my grandfather. He doesn't like when I write him notes, so I wrote him a note. So don't talk to him. We don't have much to talk about. Thank you. And so I'm still reading, and boy, yeah, I think they put something in my drink, so I'm sleepy. Tried to drink this one too. Ain't supposed to be. Arizona, tell these people stop fucking with your products. But all right, so I made a cup. So yeah, but I'm surviving. But all right, I moved on. I read a lot of material, and this caught my attention because as I think I was talking yesterday about this with someone, and I said when I decided to do music, I took like so much advice from people that I should not have taken, because the lane that I wanted to be in did not necessarily um the lane that I wanted to be in, like on a permanent level or like on a more consistent level, did not require me to be all like because I can't dance, right? So when I read this, it struck a nerve. So listen, okay? It says underrepresentation of specific groups of females, ethnicity. The invisibility of females is most evident when considering females in less powerful social categories. Women and girls of color, especially Latinas, Asian Americans, and Native peoples, are featured very infrequently in children and adults' television shows and commercials, movies, and video games. When they do appear, they are highly stereotyped. For example, Latina characters are often shown in low status occupation, such as maids. When they appear in top grossing movies, they are more likely than other women to be dressed provocatively. Black women are often portrayed in a variety of negative roles, such as promiscuous Jezebel, unmarried mother, and angry woman. 8. So let's pause that right there. Okay. I am a witness firsthand about this. And I can say that because I have had a plethora of things to occur in my life that has attempted to make me act like the angry black woman, which is completely far left from what my actual nature is. I'm assertive. As far as the book says, I'm agenic. So I'm more of that character. I'm very assertive. I speak my mind, but as far as like an angry person, that's not me. And I can see how people try, because of their stereotypes, they try to get away with depicting this about someone, but that's not me. I am at heart, especially in, let me not say that, but I am at heart, I'm agenic, but I'm also caring. And then, so I want to go back to page, I think it was 20 something. All right, so 24. On page 24, still in chapter 2, it says, and I'll give you a little bit of sentences before so you can get a better pretext. It says, the traits we have examined thus far are those of North Americans seen at, oh, let me read that again. The traits we have examined thus far are those that North Americans see as representative of most women and men. However, these stereotypes differ from people's views of the ideal woman and man. Ideal, all right? And this is where it gets juicy. Interestingly, both college students and faculty view the ideal woman and the ideal man as both in as high. Let me read that again. Both college students and faculty view the ideal woman and the ideal man as high in both agentic and communal traits. What are communal and agentic traits? Social scientists call the cluster of attributes associated with women such as sympathy, kindness, warmth, reflect a concern about other people as communicative traits. Agency traits are associated with men, and these include achievement orientation and ambitious, and on the other hand, reflects concern about accomplishing tasks. So, with men and with women, both men and women view the ideal person as not a person who is so far on this spectrum or on the community, but more so in the middle. And I can see why, because if it's almost like the human brain goes into this cycle of what if, what if, what if, what if. So as a man, what if you break your arm and you're expected to be this person stereotypically who is high on the scale of everything, and you and your woman are on a road trip somewhere, or you guys are on a highway that has no stops and AAA would take forever to get there. Would you rather be with a woman who can still be communal, and in a moment like that can put the spare tire on and help you guys if you break your arm? And I'm going from a situation I've actually seen on like a TV show or something before. So, or would you rather be with someone who's so far left on that communal scale that they're like, I can't change the tire. Can we call AAA? Please? And y'all have to wait 5 hours for AAA in the middle of nowhere. Which one would you rather? We're talking about extremes, right? So that is why, in my opinion, the ideal person is someone who can both embody both of those traits. Why? Because you never know what will happen. I've often spoken with people before who what man doesn't love a beautiful woman? Come on, right? What man doesn't? But her beauty was only that. Like there was nothing else, like, and that is often not her fault, like a lot of times it may not be. It is probably a way that she's been taught to be, that your worth is only your beauty, like you must have no smarts. And a lot of women fall for that, like a lot. They rely on this fictitious, not realizing like, hey, your beauty can only get you but so far with certain people. Your beauty can only get you but so far with certain people. If you don't have that agency to back up your communal, a lot of times you can get to like right here, but you can never cross over that threshold and keep going, because if all you have is a beautiful face, that is all people will use you for, your beautiful face. And so, but we're not talking about, I'm kind of like, I'm going like a pretty far left field, but that's the case. If you have both traits, you can dibble and dabble in and out. Like you can circle around and have different types of conversations. You can communicate with different people, because the people who are attracted to you for your beauty, they'll be able to stay engaged with you based off of the words that you speak. But if you're only smart and you have nothing, like you're only one level, it is kind of like hard to stay engaged still. So people who embody both of those things. And I say you're only smart. If you're only smart, a lot of times you still, because there's something called the beauty bias. So there's something like you'll still be able to get far. But if you're only on that communal, like you're only able to be soft and warm and kind and ha ha ha, and there's nothing else, like there's no ambitions. It's like, you know how many times I've met people like, I love her, but I want her to do something. I want her to want more, you know, I'm trying to push her to do it, because that is, and that, I guess that's that stereotypical nature. But if you have both traits, and the same thing with a man who's all ambitious, who refuses to like stay tidy or make up the bed ever, or ever there's you can't speak to him about like your feelings, that like you don't want to stay engaged. Like you're like, okay, let me go find somebody I could talk to. Someone who can understand feelings, emotions, who's emotionally intelligent, versus someone who's always ambitious. It's like nobody wants to be around that. So, but that's kind of like what I got off of this. So